The founders of Accra Business School, Bishop and Mrs. Titi Ofei, the chairperson of the governing council, my own Professor Omani Entry. We go way back, so you understand how he introduced me, and then the Honorable Deputy Minister of Education, the President of Accra Business School. Please allow me to stand on all the protocols already established. As has already been done, let me pay a big tribute to Bishop and Mrs. Titi Ofei. I know why I'm paying this tribute, because I do remember when issues about accrediting this institution came up. I was very hard on this school, and my whole point was to figure out how determined you are. And I must tell you that this man is perhaps one of the most determined leaders in the churches in this country, you and your wife, and I want to salute you. And to tell you, I gave in when I realized that Professor Manientry has become your council chair, and so I figured out that all issues about quality assurance then will be solved. So between you and your wife and Professor Manientry, I was so happy to vote for the accreditation of this institution and for all the things that you are doing, all the quality faculty members that you have attracted. I want to salute you and salute you that you have brought some of the greatest things to this country, and God bless you. God bless you so much. I want to congratulate all those of you who are graduating today. I believe it has been days of hard work and sacrifices. You know, basically, tertiary institutions such as yours exist for research, teaching and learning, and extension of community service. It is with this expectation that society heartily welcomes you and hail your achievement at graduation. Some of your friends, work colleagues, family, and guests are here to celebrate with you, but I can assure you, the celebrations are because of the expectations they have of you. Having acquired knowledge enough to graduate from this great school, Accra Business School. What is more, as graduates of a Christian-based tertiary institution where you have had the opportunity to learn about God and all the endowments in Him for humankind, the expectations are even more. I have not been in this world for too long, but I have seen a little. I have not experienced it all, but at least I have experienced enough to speak to you and say a few things to you at this ceremony. And I want to challenge you with the three major thematic areas that I have found in your own institution's motto, which is learn, leverage, and lead. One of the worst things in life is to tell anybody that I have finished school. Because in the minds of all faculty members, the idea is that we have taught you how to start school. And so please never ever think that you have finished school. You have started school. What faculty members have done is to teach you how to start learning and learning well. And particularly in this COVID era, how to learn in post-COVID era. So I want to just tell you this, that if you fail to learn, you have failed the Accra Business School. Do not go there and tell anybody, this one they did not teach us, but they taught you how to learn. So go and learn more. You know, after university, I found out that after 3 years, in the first 3 years, you'll be repeating what your professors have told you. Then after 3 years, you are on your own. And if you have not studied, you become a cake. May God help you so that you never become a cake. It was Max Weber, a sociologist and philosopher, who has said that, in his great work, the Protestant work ethic, actually, showing how Christians apply their brains and brawn to work. To him, he feels that the Christian faith and work ethic go together. And I pray and trust that you will put the two together. Our nation and Africa today face lots of challenges, and these are not unsurmountable. These problems can only be solved by people like you who have come to a school like this with a motto like the one that you have. And to tell you the truth, Chairman, your motto is one of the best. And particularly the mission that you have set for yourself, I think it is one of the best. Please keep it up. Albert Einstein once said that the significant problems we have cannot be solved by the same levels of thinking with which we created them. So complaining, murmuring, and insulting others, as we normally do in Africa here, will not solve our problems. We need graduates of the Accra Business School who have innovative thinking to teach people that it can be done. And that leads to the next level, which is the leverage. And here I want to talk about harnessing opportunities and being innovative. It would appear to me that we have become a country of complainers. People who finish school and go and sit there and join graduate unemployment association. And I say that when that happens, it shows that there is a big deficit in university education. It would seem to me that what you have as leverage is something that every university must learn. To create entrepreneurship, to create innovation, to teach people how to get rid of poverty, to create jobs, that kind of thinking. There are some of these you don't really learn in classrooms as such. But here you choose to learn it in the classrooms. And I pray that this school will be a beacon for the whole of Africa, so that we will never have young people who just sit there and pray and cry to a government, give us jobs. I have looked at every country around the world, with the exception of the pure socialist countries. In every country around the world, it is not just for governments to create jobs. What government does is that government provides the enabling environment for jobs to be created. And if you don't have people whose minds are well trained for these things to happen, then the country has problems. And it would seem to me that we will need to change the way education is done in this country. We will need to change the way universities are organized in this country. We will need to change the way syllabi are worked out in this country, so that by the time people finish universities, they will be innovative. They will know how to create jobs. This is what we need in Africa, and that is why I said I like your mission statement. And then you are also being taught to lead, and I pray and trust that God will lead you to lead so many people and be a blessing to several people. I am not the keynote speaker, so I'm not going to speak for long. I pray that God himself will strengthen and empower you. Bishop, I will tell you something. Just this year, Harvard University, which was established first and foremost as a seminary to train pastors, and has now, because of financial troubles, added lots of faculties and become perhaps the leading university in this world, has appointed an atheist as the chief chaplain. As the chief chaplain, he's a humanistic atheist. And he delivered his first statement, which I heard. I don't know why will follow you, but the pastor who started Harvard is dead and gone. May God give you wisdom and grace. And all your council members, wisdom and grace, that this great thing that you have started will not end like that. Even if it will be a Harvard, may it continue to be a Holy Ghost-filled Christian Harvard here in Ghana. I just want to leave you with a short story. You may have heard it before. So there was this farmer, a farmer. Actually, he was a hunter. His name was Kojo. Kojo the hunter. One night, Kojo went to hunt, and Kojo shot at a bird. And when Kojo went there, he saw that it was a small eagle, an eaglet that had been wounded. So Kojo brought this eaglet home and nursed the eaglet. And Kojo had a chicken farm at home, and so he added the eaglet to the chicken that he was rearing. Kojo would feed the eaglet with chicken food. So if Kojo would give the chicken corn, he will make sure that the eaglet also eat chicken corn. After some days, the eaglet began to do whatever the chicken were doing. Now, he had a friend who visited him called Kwesi the visitor. So Kwesi the visitor came in to visit his friend, Kojo, and saw that there was a very strange bird. And he said to his friend, Kojo, this is an eaglet. It is going to grow to be an eagle. Eagles are big birds. They are going to give your chicken big trouble. Take this eaglet out of here. Now, Kojo did not mind Kwesi. The following day, Kwesi said again, Kojo, I have told you, you are my good friend. If you don't get rid of this eagle here, eagles, they are the kings of the air. As for eagles, they are mighty birds. If you don't take this eagle away from here, you'll be in trouble. And then Kojo said to Kwesi, don't worry, I have changed his mind from eagle to chicken. Now this visitor was a troublesome visitor. I don't know whether you've ever met a troublesome visitor before. But this troublesome visitor one day took the eaglet in his palm and said, look, as for eaglets, they can fly and fly miles up. He raised the eaglet up, and whilst he was raising the eaglet up, Kojo put some chicken feed down, and then the eaglet dropped down. But then there was one day, I said one day, when the sun was rising. It was a Saturday. And it's been said that when the sun rays get into the eyes of eaglets, it brings some energy into the eaglets, into the eagles. That is why eagles like flying way up. Once they get more energy that way. And when they are way up there, they can see even a drop of pain downstairs. And then so on that Saturday morning, Kojo raised the eaglet in his palm. And then Kwesi did that. And then Kojo felt that he could do the same routine again. So that day, when he put chicken feed down, somehow the eaglet would not get down because the sun was shining early that morning and energy was getting into the eyes of the eaglet. Energy went into his eyes. Energy went into his eyes. And it was getting lots of energy, getting lots of energy. And although they put chicken feed down, this time the eagle will not drop down. But the eagle flew far and far and far away. It reminds me, for those of you who know the scriptures about they shall mount with the wings of eagles. That when we draw close to God, he gives us strength. And we can mount with wings like eagles and fly. But there are people in this world, people in Ghana, people sometimes even in the same school, who are always thinking like chicken. They make you think like chicken. What chicken do is that they can fly up high. As for eagles, they can fly way high. Chickens can only fly up to here. What people don't know is that God has made us like eagles, not like chicken. And there are people who always want to return our minds and make our minds like chicken. And it is you who are graduates of this great school to tell yourself and tell the world that you are never going to be chicken. You are going to be like eagles, and you will fly and fly and fly and fly. May God himself give you the grace and strength now that you have graduated and learned about innovation and how to even create jobs and reduce poverty in the whole of Africa, may God give you the strength. May God give you the energy so that you will say to yourself and say to everybody around you, I am not chicken. I'm not going to lead any mediocre life. I am going to fly like an eagle, and I will fly and fly and fly and fly. May God make you fly. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you for the attention. God bless you all.